guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul for you. These are all the books that I have bought in September. Yes, and August. Because I didn't do a book haul in August, did I? I don't think I did. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that these are books that I've bought in August and September. And I don't think I'm planning to buy any more books, so we're gonna go ahead and do this now. Okay, the first two books I'm gonna show you are some witchy books that I picked up because that is something that I'm really interested in right now. So first we have The Illustrated Herbiary, Guidance and Rituals from 36 Bewitching Botanicals by Matatol. And this is a really awesome little book. It actually came with 36 oracle cards as well, which are really, really beautiful. And the backs of them are these end papers, which are really, really pretty. And this is a full color guide to different herbs and what they do, their magical properties and their healing properties. And then it gives you a little ritual to do and then a little reflection. And I just thought it was so, so beautiful. And I really enjoyed the oracle cards that came with it as well. The next witchy book is this one. It's called The Door to Witchcraft, A New Witch's Guide to History, Traditions, and Modern Day Spells by Tanya A. Brown. This one I have not read yet, but I'm super excited to get started with it. Like I said, this is something I am super interested in right now, so there you go. Okay, next we have a graphic novel that I picked up because I think the first person I heard mention this graphic novel was Rhiannon from Crescent Moon Reads, and I think they really enjoyed it. And then I also saw Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts read this or pick it up at least as well. And after seeing a couple people pick it up, I decided to pick it up too because it looked really interesting. And that is When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. So this is I think it's like a light horror graphic novel, and I've never read anything like that before. It's really short and the illustrations look really good. I haven't looked too much into it because it's so short and I don't want to get spoiled for anything, but it sounds really good, and I think this is going to be a good read for the October Halloween spooky season, so I'm excited to have this. I picked up a couple books on Book Outlet. They did not come in great condition, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. Usually I don't have a problem with Book Outlet at all, and these were their regular bargain books. These weren't like the scratch and dent ones, so I'm kind of mad about that, but it's okay. This is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling that was really popular here on BookTube when it first came out. It has kind of mixed reviews now, but I definitely want to read it for myself and check it out because I adore retellings. We know this. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite story ever, and so yeah, I'm really glad to have this, but I don't know if you can see, kind of like bent and warped right here. See that? Yeah, that's not nice. And some of the pages as well. So that's kind of irritating, but I mean, it's fine because the book is still readable, so it's not that big of a deal. I just need to get over it. So, but anyway, I'm excited to read this one. I don't know when I will get to it, hopefully before the end of the year, but I definitely want to check it out. And the next book I picked up from Book Outlet, which is in a lot better condition, but still not the greatest, is Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. This is the third, is it the third or the fourth book in the Witchland series? I still haven't read the first one yet, okay, but I have this one now, so yay. This actually came out this year, didn't it? And so when I saw it on Book Outlet for such a good price, I was like, well, I have to pick it up now because I really do think that I'm gonna love this series when I finally get around to reading it. But again, like the back is kind of wrinkled, and it's only the dust jacket this time, so I'm definitely not too mad about it. And I mean, it's gonna read the same, so it's fine. Next, I picked up The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I picked this up because I had it in my Amazon cart since it came out. I was gonna buy it right away, but then I was like, no, let me wait. But then it went to like half off. I think it was actually over half off, so I was like, I guess I'm picking it up. But this is Ruth Ware's latest thriller, and I think this involves a nanny who takes position as a nanny and one of the kids that she's in charge for ends up dead, and then we're following her as she's in jail writing to her lawyer. So I'm excited about this. I've heard great things, so I'm excited to get into this October and see if I like it. Next, I have a couple of middle grades, which is super exciting. So of course I picked up Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book in her Cassidy Blake series. Cassidy Blake is this girl who has the ability to lift the veil between worlds and see ghosts, basically, talk to them. In fact, her best friend is a ghost, and also her parents are like these ghost hunters. They travel the world and they have this like documentary show where they talk about the most haunted places in the world, but they have no idea that their daughter can actually see and commune with ghosts. So the first one was, was City of Bones. I really loved. I gave it 5 stars. And then the second one is Tunnel of Bones. I got the UK covers because I just think they're so beautiful. I probably will end up getting the US hardcovers as well. I'm super excited to have this. I'm definitely going to be reading it in October. And then the other middle grade book that I have is Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which I picked up because I actually had a gift card for Barnes & Noble. And I already read this. I read this last year for Halloween on audio, and I really loved it. I gave it a 4 stars. So when I saw this Barnes & Noble exclusive cover, I decided to go ahead and pick this up because I would like to collect these. Her next book, Dead Voices, comes out pretty soon, doesn't it? I think October or November maybe? I'm not sure. But Small Spaces is a middle grade, like I said. It's very spooky and atmospheric, and it's a great book to read during the autumn and Halloween season. So I definitely recommend picking this one up, as well as her second one that's coming out, but which I'm definitely hoping to read this October, probably on audio, because I want to collect them all in paperback form. So I won't be buying it just yet, but highly recommend. Catherine Arden is an amazing author. Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff. I picked this up as soon as it came out because obviously, and I absolutely loved it. But super happy to have the hardcover in my collection, and it's also a signed first edition, so yay. This is the third book in the Nevernight Chronicles. The Nevernight Chronicles follows Mia Corvair, who is out for revenge on the people who destroyed her family, and so she's going to become an assassin to finally get that revenge. And this is the final book in the series, which I absolutely loved and definitely recommend this series. Another book that you have probably already seen on my channel is Gideon the Knight by Tamsin Muir. This beautiful edition came in the Illumicrate box for August, I think it was. So I did do an unboxing on that on my channel. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. But I am actually currently reading this one and really enjoying it. The first 50 pages, I had no freaking clue what was going on. I was so confused. But now I'm at a point where I'm understanding things and I'm really liking it. So there you go, Gideon the Ninth. Next, I picked up The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. I am super happy to have this one. I loved her first book, which was, what was it called? Sky in the Deep, that's it. I couldn't remember the name. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. And I believe that this book takes place in the same world. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I don't really know anything else about it. I really love the cover. The sea is textured and it just feels really nice. Also, Under the Dust Jacket is really beautiful as well. So yeah, I can't wait to read this one and see what it's all about. I'm anticipating really enjoying this one as well. Next, I have a couple of circus books because whenever I see mention of circus in a synopsis, I can't say no. And so I picked up 2 books that both deal with elements of the circus. So first I'm going to talk about Freaks. This is by Amanda Hocking. So this follows a young girl who is part of this traveling circus, but all she wants is a normal life. She doesn't want to be surrounded by people levitating or telling the future. she just wants some normalcy. She just wants to settle down, and And so at one point, their circus travels to this very small town. She ends up meeting this guy, and she thinks that this is finally her chance to escape the circus. However, there's some kind of dark presence lurking in this small town. So all of that sounded really good to me, along with the setting and backdrop of this circus. I can't wait to read this. I'm super excited. And then the next one is Slight, and this is by Jennifer Summersby. So first of all, this is one of the most stunning covers that I've ever seen. This also follows a young girl who is part of a circus with her mother, and her mother has always been plagued by kind of these dark visions, I think it was, hallucinations. Yeah, it says ghostly hallucinations. And unfortunately, one day the mother dies falling while in the midst of an act. And now that her mother has died, our main character now has these ghostly hallucinations and visions, and so she kind of has to figure out why. And I'm excited to get to this one. I'm always searching for a book like The Night Circus that is going to give me those magical circusy vibes. I know that there's probably never going to be another Night Circus, but I'm going to keep searching until I find something at least a little close. So the next book that I have here is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the first book in the Witcher series. And I'm really excited to read this because the show is coming out on Netflix. I think it's next month in October. And I saw the trailer for it and I'm super excited about watching it, but I definitely want to read at least a few of the books first so I can get an understanding of the world. And I always like to read the books first. Anyway, I don't know what to do because I definitely want to read this before the show, but I don't want to start another long series right now. So I'm kind of torn on when I'm going to be starting this. But, you know, like if the pressure gets too much and I definitely just want to watch the show, then I'll probably pick this up sooner rather than later. Okay, and the last few books here are all my Owl Crate books that I have received from August and September. So the book that came in the August Owl Crate box was House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this since it came out. This is a 12 Little Princesses, or what is it? A 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, which I'm not really familiar with that fairy tale at all, but I'm excited to get into this one because the synopsis mentions gods and ghosts and ghostly visions, and I'm super into that. Sounds like it's gonna be the perfect book to read this season. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it, and I can't wait to read it. I will definitely be picking it up next month, and I adore the Owl Crate edition of this, and it just feels so nice. Like the font is raised, and I don't know, it just feels really nice. I really like it. Plus, under the dust jacket has this little octopus on it. So cute. And then for the September Owl Crate box, we actually got 2 books, which is super cool. So the hardcover book that we got is The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. This was a book that was not on my radar until I found out it was going to be in the September Owl Crate box. So I don't really know what it's about. It says 17-year-old Rin cares about only 2 things, her family and her family's graveyard. Interesting. But this definitely seems like it's going to be another spooky, atmospheric read, perfect for Halloween. So this is one I will probably be getting to in the month of October. I've actually saved so many books for next month that there's no way I'm going to get through all of them, but I would like to. So we'll see how it goes, but this is definitely one for the October TBR. I'm excited to check it out and see how I like it. And the very last book on this haul was the second book that was in the September Owl Crate box, and that is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This is the gorgeous Penguin Classic Edition, and this is like the first time it's in paperback form, so that's really cool. Also, I read The Haunting of Hill House last year during Halloween, and it was a 5-star book for me. I love this book so much. The show on Netflix is completely different from the book, but I love both of them so much. So I'm so glad that this was the book that we got. I would really like to reread this October, but yet again, I have so many other books to read next month that I don't know if it'll happen. But if I do end up having the time, I would love to reread this. And I just love how floppy this is. I mean, look at that. Look at how floppy that is. It's awesome. So those are all the books. Do let me know if you've read any of these books and what you've thought of them. They're all definitely books that I really, really, really want to get to soon. So many books, so little time. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you've read any of them and what you thought of them. Let me know if there's any that you think I should pick up like right away because they're amazing. Also, if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss any future videos from me. But that is it for today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.